Hi everyone, I'd just like to say before I begin on what my video will be about that I miss you all terribly, and I really can't wait to see you all when this is all over. Now, with a little help from Jocelyn, I came up with the idea of putting together a list of goals and activities that you can do that correspond with the 4 sections of the youth program. If you don't remember what the sections are, they're spiritual, physical, social, and intellectual. Now, you can do these on your own, or you can do them with your family. It's optional. So, I hope you enjoy. First, let's go over some spiritual goals and activities. Number 1 on my list is making yourself a devotional book. It can be any little notebook or even a bigger notebook. You can fill it with quotes from general authorities and some of your favorite scriptures. I have quotes from my favorite movies, TV shows, and books. It's really nice to have for seminary and young women's, and it's really fun to have just to look at and see what quotes you put in there. The second one is kind of a goal. It's journaling as you read the scriptures. So I have this really cute little journal. I write some scriptures that stand out to me and where I can find them. And I also have my general conference notes. And then I have this really cool Book of Mormon that's a journal Book of Mormon. And it's got regular white paper and lines where you can write notes, and you can mark it really nicely. This is a goal you can start to set for yourself, is journaling when you read the Book of Mormon. So one that's fun to do by yourself or with your family is going through church history. You can find lots of interesting facts if you go to churchofjesuschrist.org, and if you just search church history, it'll show you a bunch of links that it can take you to, and you can learn lots of cool facts about the church's history. One of my personal favorites is family history. I have mine set out as a fan chart because you can see where the gaps are. I have a gap right here just because it's not syncing information that other people have already found about that. But it's really fun to look back, and if you do this with family, they can probably tell you stories about those family members or stories that were passed down. Another good spiritual goal is learning some of your favorite hymns. This is actually a personal progress thing that you had to do, and the 2 that I memorized were The Spirit of God and Put Your Shoulder to the Wheel. This is a really good spiritual goal. One for you to do. This one is a goal. Set a time every day for you to read the Book of Mormon. That's what helped me get through it the first time. That's what's helping me get through it the second time. My time is 7:30, unless I'm downstairs with my family or busy with something else, then I do it later. But set a time every night or every morning to read the Book of Mormon. Also, set a time for you to pray every morning and night. Make sure you do it. It's very important, okay? Like this thing says, prayer changes things. This is also a goal. Memorize some of your favorite scriptures, just so you have them in your brain. They can be simple, they can be long. Maybe if they're really long, you can paraphrase them. Mine are just hung up in random places in my room, and they're on my fairy lights too. Just go over them every morning as you get up, and every night before you go to bed. Before you know it, probably should have put this one with family history, but here I am anyway. If you go to messages on Family Search, they'll often have ancestor hints or names for you to take to the temple. So make it a goal to find some names to take to the temple when they open back up again. Another thing that you can do is plan to teach a family home evening lesson or a church lesson while you're stuck at home. There's a lot of resources on the church website and the Gospel Library app. Just go to those, and I'm sure you can find plenty of lesson ideas. And last but not least, this is a spiritual goal. It'll help you feel more grateful for the things you have. Every day, every morning, when you get up, write 3 things you're grateful for. It can be something as simple as pens or something as big as a house. It'll help you realize just how many blessings you have. Now, let's go over some physical goals and activities. I know it's kind of cold and snowy out right now, but have some outside time. Sit on the porch and soak in the sunshine. Have some fun. Draw on the sidewalk. Go on a hike away from people. Just make sure you get outside a little bit. Start a workout routine. That's really important. You need to stay active and keep your brain healthy and active. Maybe just do some tennis stretches every morning for the tennis team. Do cheer stretches if you're in cheer. Just keep your brain active and going. That's very important. deep clean your car or your room or your closet. Just do some deep cleaning, because we're kind of in the middle of that. Do some deep cleaning and get your room actually nice and clean and ready for spring. As part of your workout routine, draw down your workouts and how long you'll do them for and how long you'll take a break in between each one. I'm sure with quarantine, most of you have thrown off your sleep schedules, and I'm sure during school, even then, you don't have a normal sleep schedule. Well, set a goal to start having a normal sleep schedule. Set a time you go to bed, set a time you get up, set a time that you turn off all your electronics and you give them to your parents. And set a time what you'll do in the morning as you get up. I promise you it'll change how you function and how you feel. Part of being physical and healthy is eating healthy. I'm sure since quarantine you've been eating a lot of junk food and craving it a lot more. Studies have shown that if you're sleep deprived, you tend to crave junk food more. So start eating healthy. I'm sure you've got plenty of fruits and vegetables at your house, so eat them. And last in physical, make a list of sports you like to try out when this is done. Volleyball, tennis, and find someone who's willing to learn it with you. If it's a family member, I'm game to go learn some sports with you. Let's get physical. Third, let's go over some social goals and activities. So, the first one on my list is plan an activity to do with your family. If it's going on a drive, if it's having an indoor picnic together, find something to do together. Plan an activity for you guys to do after quarantine is over. Maybe going to a museum or having a family drive and a hike up somewhere. Just plan it for after quarantine. Hey, youth with younger siblings. Create a scavenger hunt for your younger siblings to do around the house. Maybe it's finding certain items or leaving little notes around to help them find other hints to a big prize. Have a family game night. Pick a game to play, whether it's cards or a board game, and all of you play a board game together for a family night. Right now, more than ever, it's really important to stay connected. So, video chat, text, call, just get in touch with your friends and family so they don't feel alone or so you have someone to talk to. I know sports are closed right now, so it's kind of hard to do this, but when they open back up, go to one of your friends' games. Go cheer them on. Go watch them play their sport and maybe learn a little bit about it. Here's a goal. Join a club that suits your interest, whether it's film club or HOSA for people who are interested in the medical field. Find something that fits your interest, and you will find other people who have similar interests as you and make new friends. Find a service project to do. Since it's snowing right now, maybe you could go quietly, go shovel their sidewalk, or just do some sort of service, but wait till quarantine's over, please. And last but not least, let's go over some intellectual goals and activities. First on my list for intellectual is journaling. Journaling's really important to keep a record of what you've done and where you've been. It's sometimes how our ancestors find out about what we were like. That's how we found out about some of my ancestors, and you can journal in several different ways. In the age of today, you can record it on a phone or a camera. I like to write things down and journal when something interesting happens or just about your day. It's kind of cool. Learn to cook something new. I'm sure you have plenty of cookbooks or at least one. Learn to cook something new. It's a good skill to have. Also, with cooking, learn how to plan and to prep meals. Also goes along with cooking a new meal. You need to learn how to plan and prep so you can make sure you have all the right ingredients and everything will be done in time for the I'm sure most of you have friends or family members that like to scrapbook. So find those scrapbooks or photo albums. This is an old one. This is just my mom and my dad's marriage one. But just go through and ask questions about the people in them. Who knows? You might learn something new. Next on my list for intellectual is learning a new language. Learning a new language can open lots of opportunities and doors for you. For example, my friend's cousin learned Swedish, and then the next year was a Swedish exchange student. That's pretty cool. And it's fun to learn how other people say certain things. This one's an activity. Look up some person or some place that you're interested about. It could be the Titanic, it could be Abraham Lincoln, it could be Athens, Greece, and put a presentation together for it and then present it to your family. It's just kind of a fun way to show what you've learned. Pick up a new hobby. Sewing, photography, cooking, and writing are just a couple of ideas for you. A goal you can set for yourself is learn how to type fast and help your siblings with some homework. Here's another couple ideas of fun activities you can do. A really fun one is to start a memory box, keepsakes. Some of these are name tags from old girls' camps, books from old girls' camps, from when I went to the Lion King, and I have cards and letters and notes. It's really fun to have and look through. And just a couple other fun activities. Make a blanket fort. If your parents will allow, camp out in the living room one night. Have an indoor picnic, a dance party, make up a play, do a puzzle, play charades, have a cute little tea party, have a game night tournament with your family. And for girls, give you and your sisters a makeover with some makeup or nail polish or do each other's hair. And film some fun videos and do some in slow motion. They'll be fun to look back on. That's my video of goals and activities that you can do on quarantine. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I really miss you guys and I can't wait to see you. Bye.